Hello, and welcome back to the Rise of the Runelords. It is session 68, and in the previous session, you were on your approach of Fort Rannick with the purpose of reclaiming the fort for yourselves, and, well, for the Black Arrow, but away from the ogres, mostly. You managed to... I'm gonna ignore that sound that happened outside my room. You managed to collect a sizable amount of bitter bark, which assisted in your plan to flush out shocker lizards from the cave behind the waterfall in an attempt to bluster and distract the ogres and potentially hurt as many as they can as well. However, in order to get the front party into the cave behind the waterfall, it required a bit of a distraction as to lose their gaze, and Shalelu, Emery, and Jack went up front in order to distract, which they did successfully do. And as we cut back, the bitterbark smoke is wafting through the cavern with the air rushing in from the waterfall. Now let me get my additional audios because it only lets me do one. Whoa, Turfo. From the distraction party's view, a few of them are sort of searching the area, trying to re-find the group. The rest of them are lasered in on this little outcropping.
Mm-hmm. Got it. How many are not looking at us? And towards the mountain group?
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
Their misshapen forms are a little difficult to tell apart. 15. Okay. It looks... with a 15, you count 4 of them. It's possible there could be more, but that's how many you spot. And it looks like it's mostly one that is looking over for the party. And the better dressed, I suppose you could say, better equipped ogre, along with the 2 others, are paying more attention to the grove that shot an arrow.
Mm-hmm. I'll just look at the others, the other 2 that I'm with, and just say, so So how long do we wait?
I guess that'll depend on the lizards.
Well, if we need anything bigger to distract, I have that covered, but
You might need to, but we'll see.
You let me know, because when I use it, it will definitely let them know we are here.
Delightful.
I guess for now we just keep an eye out. And I'll just keep watching them, watching us, watching the mountain.
Mm-hmm. So let me check something. Oh no. Okay. What have I done? I think it would be a little too difficult, but the away group, the distraction group, I would like to make a perception check.
Okay, so me and your NPCs.
Yep.
Perception?
Yes.
4.
4. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. I will check to see if those two are able to get it. My God. Remind me just picking a whole bunch of dice, picking them up to be able to use. Takes a little bit. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. I guess for the cave party, what are you up to at the moment? What are you listening for, looking for?
Well, is this the? Do we see lizards about?
I feel like that's something fairly easy to detect. No, you do not.
Do I remember whether he specified where these lizards were supposed to be and where?
Um.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Ah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'll punt me a few lizards.
I don't doubt it.
I think
God, it's such a good
Arcanus
sound.
would listen for ogres complaining either in common or in giant through this little cave network on the side and see if I can hear them starting to panic or make a fuss.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
57. Oh. Never mind.
Hopefully there's good acoustics.
They got the deep bass voices, so.
So it carries.
One would hope.
One would hope.
Okay, so now I need to make a perception check for the two lovely NPCs. I really should not be doing it like that.
Varys says to Artanis, make sure you watch for them to leave out the gate. If they're going to rush the distraction team,
Okay.
then that's going to kick us in the nuts. So keep an eye out, if you would, please.
Alright.
$22. You don't hear anything yet. Neither do the two out with you, Emery.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Alright, just standing by.
Smoking out lizards, so to speak.
Wait, you want me to go back to the group? No, that's not the issue. Like, they distracted the ogres so that we could get behind the waterfall with our successful stealth checks. If I go out there now, they'll know there's someone behind the waterfall.
And you don't think you could make it safely?
I think I can make it safely back, but it compromises our plan.
Well, to be fair, the plan was always for you guys to come back to us anyways.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Just throwing that out there. I think the plan was you guys go up, smoke out the lizards, and then you come back.
Okay.
Yeah, the idea that I have is that myself and probably Fair stay here and ensure that none of the lizards make their way out this way and that everything goes forward. You can go back, let them know, and you can take the captain with you too. Go back and let them know that the pyre's been lit and wait for the signal. We were all going to breach through the front anyway. We can't follow these lizards in.
Okay. Would doing like a quiet, non-splashy dive into the water below be like an acrobatics? Or is that like stealth?
I think
Oh.
I would put that under acrobatics.
Okay, that's fair. I think I would like to go ahead and like tell the captain, hey, before you follow after me, if you do choose to follow after me, give me 24 seconds. Because I don't
Oddly
want him to
specific.
like blow my cover. So I'll make the acrobatics check. Whoop. That's not that great.
As he, just before he leaps off, Cece is gonna call to him in a very sincere and caring tone and say, "Be safe."
Yeah.
yeah, make sure you yell in response so she can hear you.
Drown loudly so I know you're not safe.
19 isn't great. Just like objectively at this level. If you're supposed to be good, 19 isn't great.
2 is rolling a 2, you know? That's old Pathfinder for you.
Yeah.
Let me check. Did a 19 acrobatics, and you don't believe you've alerted anyone?
Okay. Yay, thank you. I was stuck in the wall and I couldn't grab myself. So then I'll make my way silently to this shore. And then I'll slink out so that when they finally notice me, hopefully I'm like somewhere around this area and already like running away
Sure.
from them.
Yeah. Give me a second, because I am resolving some stuff as we're doing this.
Okay.
So many plays. You know what? I want to get your opinions. Would you like periods of silence while I'm doing things, or would you like to have a initiative order?
I don't mind either. I'm kind of chilling. If an initiative order gets things moving and we're not sitting here in quiet for 30 minutes, so be it. Otherwise, I'm cool with sitting here quiet for 30 minutes. You know, either or for me.
I think I'm inclined
Okay.
to lean towards the initiative order, but just kind of a statement of you're not technically an initiative, so like, if there's
Unless we are.
well, unless we are actually in like battle initiative requirement, but if it's something like give Artanis a turn to do something, he gets to the group and then you move down the line so we all kind of stay in order
Right.
of doing something, that's fine.
It's it is kind of that. It's more so a like, I want you guys to be able to do stuff, but I am also resolving stuff that's happening in the environment each turn.
Mm.
That's cool. I mean, we have some time to go, and then we take like a turn's worth of. I mean, I don't object to going into initiative just to give it some structure.
Okay. I guess Artanis, you're not really capable of listening at this point, but still dealing with the like pond and waterfall. But I will have the three of you roll a second perception check.
Is that the people on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Perception.
suppose if either of you two in the cave would like to use the caves,
Nope.
you can.
Would you like us to roll the d20s?
Okay.
you for
So
perception
Shalelu will turn around to you two and say, I can hear commotion. It's on the other side. And Jack will, like, nod and say that's where the opening is to the cave. That's good. And then he will use his fingies and make a big whistle sound. Big ol' whistle. Doesn't have salad fingers, you silly. That being said, when that happens, pretty much just so that it can cut through the waterfall to get to Vale. Vale does hear that. And you know, he turns to Cece and Ver and says, looks like it worked.
Yeah. So this little opening here doesn't seem to be very big as compared to, like, say, an ogre. Does it even look like they could get into this room?
It looks like they could squeeze into the room. It wouldn't be advantageous in combat, but it's possible they could.
I mean, less of them could come in at a time.
Oh, absolutely. No more than one.
I think it's fair to say that Cece and Bear are doing like this exchange of like, we could hold point on that, right? Like looking down the tunnel and then looking back at each other. Be like, if you're in front of me and I'm behind you, I can keep you alive while you swing at things. Kind of that silent exchange that they've kind of developed over time.
Right. Our many battles together has taught us how to rely upon each other.
Yep.
We have no way of telling anybody about this little plan.
We do. Like, we do. We can send him back and she'll point to the captain.
I suppose. The problem is that if any of these can cast spells, they just sit back and do it, but we
need to make our choice, Bear. I don't mind going back, but this is a funnel point we can take advantage of, and they're probably not going to come this way because of all the lizards.
Right. The lizards are coming out of here, so I'm of two minds because the lizards are going in. I don't know if they're going to come out towards the lizards, but if I yelled at them, they'd probably maybe come and see what's going on. I'm indecisive.
Maybe we should head back. Maybe just a group assault would be best.
Yeah. If we already made the plan and we already got Artanis out of here, so.
Yeah, let's head back. Let's go.
All right. Yep. Out we go.
Yep. Go to the waterfall edge and probably also dive down.
I'm not going to do that because I got big heavy armor on. So I'm going to go out the way I came, hopefully. If anybody wanted to make me roll anything, they would be well within their rights. Unless, of course, it's easy enough for me to get down, easier than when I got up.
Actually, I don't think that counts. I don't have my special thing yet. That comes at 9. So I will follow Bear down.
We got to get all this XP before you can do that.
Yep. It's gonna be fun when I can do it though. I'm very excited for that.
Nice. It sounds amazing. I'll get some good stuff, I'm sure. A feat for certain.
You can make your climb check.
All right. There's no way I could, like, jump, like, in a way that I could just jump down and not hit the water? Or must I must I climb?
Um. Well, let's. If you wanted to go to the north bank, you could.
Oh, the one. So I would be going. So I would be on the side of the door,
You would.
but everybody else is on the other side.
Correct.
Well, I'll climb. Let me just climb away here.
Can I ask a weird question?
Sure.
Could I use the spell root and make the area that we're climbing down more sturdy, and possibly give a small circumstance bonus to the climb?
It's not raw, but it's interesting.
You know what? I don't want to rob creativity, and while typically I would say,
It's okay
no,
if it's a no.
well, see, because the root itself is about standing your ground in place. It's not about a type of movement.
That's my climb.
That's your climb. Okay.
Hot dice to start out.
What is that? Well,
Do I go in the drink?
the water breaks your fall, yeah. And it is a little jarring because you know, you go into the pond also where the waterfall is going into the pond.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will try my damnedest to swim, or try my damnedest to walk to the south and climb up the shore. Whichever the case may be. But I'll let somebody else roll before I do that.
Actually, I read the wrong number. I can have you climbing down the side.
Not haven't fallen because you saw the 4 and you didn't see the 10 or something. Is that...
I was looking at the acrobatics for not slipping in the cave, in the wet cave, not for climbing up.
Ah. Okay.
That one's a little more than 10.
I see. Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Man, what a beautiful choke point. Oh well.
But yes, you have clumb down to be a bit above the water's edge. And I think, like, with your strength, it's almost impossible not to jump to the other side. So, yeah. I'll have you be right there.
All right.
Congratulations.
I am there.
Now, is that guy distracted? Because he didn't seem to pay much mind to Artanis, but was he still looking?
Well, I was.
Oh yeah,
I was
he was
planning
still
on going
looking.
to the south, actually. I was going to climb to the south because everybody else is over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I'm still climbing, that's fine.
Yeah, I will take an additional climb from you to climb across. It's probably not rock face. There are probably footholds and rocks down below.
Gouging my gauntlets into the rock. I mean, that's not
but
great.
yeah, but as you are climbing, the wetness from some of the rocks does have you slip into the water, but thankfully it is a more shallow area.
Right on.
Um,
Nice. And I will then, in turn, start moving.
I'd like to follow Bear down. Would you like that to be fine?
yes, if that is your goal.
Yes, that is my goal. Though it's not the best goal, it is a goal. Not a best goal.
Oh boy. Sploosh.
Correct.
How much of a fall?
Sploosh.
And how shallow of a floor?
Well, this is not the deepest part, but it is fairly deep, and the currents are difficult because of where the waterfall is for her. I think actually as part of the fall, it probably would pull her a bit into the center. No damage from the fall, but she will need to make a swim check to get her bearings and come up for air.
No, I'm great at this, guys. This is gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna die.
Well, I'm gonna try and use my long spear to give her something to grab onto, so I can help her get back to shore. If I need to. I mean, I did kind of take a whole big action economy turn, so I would understand if I couldn't do it right now, but that's my intent, if not.
Yeah, I think we can get to that in a turn or so. Cece's not going to drown in a turn.
Right, exactly. I can trust you implicitly.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a typical old swim check.
The old swimmerino.
Okay, as good as my climb. Better than my
My
climb.
goodness.
Well, with a 7, you are very hard to see by others as you are swept deep into
Oh, jeez.
deep into the pond.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, let me know when I can start to make more swim checks.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be fishing for Cece.
Remember when you asked about initiative moments in downtime? This feels like it'd definitely be one of those moments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Oh my god, I have so many books open.
Oh boy. Okay.
The life of a DM, it's either books or tabs. One of those two.
Right?
Right. Or tabs and books. And tabs and books. Books with tabs. Mm-hmm.
With an 18, Vale is going to dive in.
Oh. Go, Vale. Go, Vale. Go.
And try to take a peek to see if he can't find Cece. You guys
Take a
gonna take
cheeky little peek.
minuses for the roiling water and the fact that it is kind of gross in there.
Lots of ogre poo.
More red and fleshy.
Oh,
Okay, well that's a natural 20.
nice.
So, CC, your next turn, you and Vale can kind of make the check together. Um, and then the environment does a little stuff.
There's fierce ogre battles with shock lizards going on beyond our ken.
And then these two. And over. Okay. So, Emery, doing anything this turn?
I'm just watching and waiting for my cue.
Okay. In that case, CC and Vale, go ahead and make a... God, I really don't know how to do this. I think I'm just gonna do a kind of combined swim check.
Sure. I'm great at this, as I proved before. I'm not gonna give the blind girl swimming climb. Like, no. Even after she becomes not blind anymore. Like, no. She never attended swim class. She never attended swim class. Proof.
If I may make a suggestion.
Takes
So this is her turn to try and swim. And she may fail, but then like on Vale's turn, then he'll try and swim for both of them. Maybe, I don't know.
I pretty much
Okay.
combining a 17 and a 1, giving an average of 9.
Oh geez.
there's not really going to be any progress. CC, you, you don't really understand swimming, and you end up accidentally kicking Vale in your attempt to rise up in the water.
That is entirely fair.
Maybe I ought to just let Vale take care of it. I don't know.
What is your constitution, CC?
My con is 16 plus 3 more.
Okay, sweet. You're fine.
Cool.
3 minutes.
There, Artanis, how about you?
So I can't see them. They're down deep. They're like down.
They are. The two ogres up here are watching you and like relaying information between each other.
All right. I think I would take out my throwing arrow, and I would throw one end of it to Ver to hold on, and then I'm gonna jump in myself.
Okay.
How many people can we drown?
So go ahead and make a
Challenge accepted.
go ahead and make a swim.
Okay. Yeah. There we go.
14. That's
Decent.
I'm pretty sure that's reasonable enough. Skills. Swim.
He's kind of swimming against the current, though.
Yeah, it is pretty rough water currently.
I just need to swim faster than them. If I swim faster than them, they'll come to me.
Yeah, you're having difficulty holding your holding yourself against the stream. You get yourself a little under, but you're not making much ground otherwise.
Okay.
So I've got a hold of this rope.
Okay. So I take this. Yeah. Right here. Okay, so then that's that. Artanis, you first make a swim check. Okay. You're really not making much progress. What is your constitution?
10.
10. Okay. Got it. So that means that. Okay. Now, Vale and Cece make average rolls. Cece, if you wouldn't mind giving me a swim check.
Sure, because I've been great.
See if you
so
can
far.
get any bearings.
That's another thing. This is 7.
7. Okay. That averages out to 10, which isn't much better. Oops.
Bear's getting ready to jump in.
I guess, yeah, there. If you have a specific course of action, you haven't. All of your people are under the water.
I'm just I'm gonna give it one more round of them trying to swim, and then I might just have to go in after them.
Sounds good.
All right.
Oops. Insane. Incredible.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I know. I'm just saying. Oh.
I'm secretly hoping that the lizards are winning, and while we are frantically failing out here, the lizards are having a victory.
Well, then we're gonna have to fight the lizards.
That's
At
fine.
least
We just
they'll
open the door and let them run
the
out.
ogres.
I have a question when it comes to my turn.
Yes, we can go back to you guys. Attention back to you.
So my question is, if I look down and then look up, could I make a judgment call on if I increased the size of the captain, that he would be able to stand in the water with like his head above water?
Um,
So essentially,
that's
they have to go from a
interesting.
medium to a large.
Yeah, yeah. You can. Hmm. Yeah, give me a perception. It's going to be fairly difficult with the turmoil, but still possible.
That's double digit. 11.
It looks pretty deep. Um, it might be beneficial, uh, but you have no concrete evidence that it would help.
But I know from my
That being said,
right?
after that, Vale does grab hold.
Kenzie, if you're trying to talk, you are dead quiet.
Oh, I
Yeah, yeah.
misspoke. Sorry. Would I know that uh, I would know from my previous casting of enlarged person that it does make somebody stronger, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I think as he reaches out to me, I'll reach out to him, and I would like to hold my action to see what he does.
Well, he is just trying to swim.
Okay, I'm going to kind of just like clap onto him as tight as I can, and I'm gonna use meta magic to cast it as a silent spell, and I'm gonna cast enlarge person on him, and I'm going to try to hold on to him to see if his head rises up far enough to get out of the water, and if I can be level with that as I make him bigger.
This is interesting because there's a +2 size bonus to strength, which swim is a strength skill.
But also more weight.
But also 8 times more weight.
Oh, if I knew that, then I wouldn't test that. I wouldn't try to make this harder for him. I would like to
Well,
that I didn't that.
I think it's a reasonable judgment, to be completely honest, because because you are in the heat of the moment.
Okay.
And you're just trying to, get out of there. I will see if there are complications. I think I am going to lay some penalties along with the bonus. However, ultimately, he does end up with a 20. Artanis, I need you to give me a swim check. $16. Okay, you are finally able to control yourself in these waters, and you do see a large veil and a CC making their
Okay.
way up to the surface.
Okay. Would I be able to grab hold of him and like show him, hey, I've got a rope, and then like tug twice on the rope?
And I
Uh,
haven't been moving much, so I could probably just tug on that rope.
I'm gonna say that's a bit too complex for what's going on.
All right.
Okay, can I
You
grab
can
onto
absolutely,
him?
you can absolutely show off the rope. But Vale, having a stride to him, elects to ignore the rope.
Okay.
But yes, the two of you breach the surface, and Artanis, having a successful check, would be able to do so as well. And he will bring the both of you onto shore through the muck that's currently currently coating this pond.
Artanis kind of comes out of the water and kind of mutters teasingly, "Be safe, Artanis." And then I pat Cece on the back. She probably like swallowed some water, but yeah. I will face the ogres if that matters.
Yeah, you look up at the ogres, and the four visible ogres are actually turned around at the moment.
Haha. Wow, our stuff worked real well. Love to see it, ladies and gents. Love to see
Excellent. Looking back to where the distraction party is, I guess I give them the signal to let's go.
it. Our little scheme has been successful.
Yeah. Jack and Shalelu, will, start, making their way forward. Okay.
I also begin walking out with them.
The two of them passing, and running up will, you know, gesture towards, the four of you. Basically, saying, or basically gesturing, hey, we don't know how much time we have with the events that are going on. Let's kick it into high gear.
Okay.
I'll ask Bale if he still wants to remain big.
Unless there's something that requires it, I'd like to stay this way.
Fine by me. Let's go.
Okay.
Cece vanished.
Cece did vanish. What did you do?
What happened?
You
That's
lost the
what you
grid.
did.
That's where I was.
Unbelievable.
Don't take the healer from the fight.
I'm gonna stride
Out of
squelchingly.
each other.
May I move a little bit?
Oh my god, are you stuck? Oh, or no. Okay.
No, I was just asking if I could move at all, unless you wanted me to stay exactly where I was.
No, the party is basically headed for the gate at the moment.
All right. Well, I just will catch them up and move with them.
So what's the plan to get through the gate?
Well, we have a giant and a bear now. Maybe they can lift it.
Is it a draw? What kind of gate are we talking here? Doors or?
If I'm not mistaken.
It was one of the ones that like drops from up top to down, right?
Yes.
Like one of those metal gates that drops from the top of an archway down.
Yes, you would be lifting it up. That being said, they are distracted, but we'll see if they can notice the haps. What's the word? What's the haps?
What's the word? A
What's
will, a
your-
word.
What's your major?
Oh, why did it do that? Okay, so that, and that. They're almost certainly not paying attention. They might be paying attention. What's your perception?
I mean, we're not exactly stealthily walking up.
No.
Nope.
You're not. But some of them are dumber than others.
Right.
And, okay, so one of the ogres on each side does turn around to notice the V squad rushing their way up to the gate. I presume.
Yes.
If you're
Yes.
not doing that, then
I will do this.
Okay.
Oh, I fell in the water. No, I didn't.
So the two of you, what is your strength?
My strength is 18.
18, so +4.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. If you want to aid him, or other way around, he'll aid you. You can add 5 to your roll.
Okay. So let me just. Okay, so we are strengthening, so that's 9 I'm adding.
Correct. 20. Okay. The two of you get to the gate, and you start to pry this door up. You don't manage to get it up, but you have good leverage on it.
Okay. Not, I mean, like, not all the way up, but could people go underneath the door?
Not currently.
Okay, cool. All right. So, do I get to go again? Or well, the ogres have seen me, so
Yeah, the ogre is gonna bark some orders, and yeah. What do they have?
And the one there's only one that spotted us, right?
2 of the 3 have spotted you. I should say, for probably Emery was the one paying the most attention. not having to deal with the pool. One of the ogres did head down the gate or the tower.
Mm-hmm.
To do what? You're not sure, but there are currently 3 that you see up on the tower. And while 2 of them did spot you with barked orders, all 3 of them are going to throw throwing axes down on you. Those 2 are going to...
AC 27.
Yep. Those 2 are going to throw at the big guy, and that guy is going to throw... The big guy is going to throw at you, Bear. Totally
Okay.
makes sense.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so that one...
I know we're not in initiative, but would Archon style be able to protect them?
I'm going to say, for this instance, no. Just due to the situation. It is an odd situation. Throwing weapons are involved, and you are behind them. And you're also smaller than them, too.
Well, I mean,
Very isn't... Very,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm a big guy anyway.
He's a big boy. That's what I'm looking for. Now, what does enlarged person do to my AC?
Not
-2
good things.
penalty to dexterity. And a -1 to AC outright, so -2 to AC. Okay. Has the chainmail you would normally. So 16. That's not going to hit. That will hit. And then for you, Fair.
Yes.
That is a 24 to hit.
So sorry, misses.
Yeah. So, the Far Ogre tosses a little too high of an arc, and his axe lands in the water. The other one is able to get a hit on Vale, and then the one throwing at you, Vare, has it scrape along your armor as it falls to the ground.
Yep.
And against Vale, that's going to be 7 damage sunk into him.
Ouchies.
Ouch. I think the way that this is going, actually, I'll give it one more pseudo round. The rest of you, what would you like to do?
Well, if I can't use the Archon style to protect them, can I shoot back up at them?
Sure, what weapon?
My throwing arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the range for you right now.
I'm presuming they're located quite easily for you to grab.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I got my
So-
throwing arrow back from easily within range.
Yes.
Okay. I will make a full attack against this one right here. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Reading stuff.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So go ahead and throw your throwing arrow.
Yep, it's in chat.
Oh, it's down there. My bad. Which one were you throwing at?
This one right here.
Okay, that one, the one that got a strike. A 14 will miss defenses, but it does bounce off of the shoulder armor and percentile.
There's a rope attached to the throwing arrow. If
Oh, okay.
yeah, I can just pull it back.
Got it. Then we'll not worry about that.
All right, second attack though.
Not of taking a single attack. If that would have boosted it, go ahead and let me know that.
No, it wouldn't have boosted it.
Okay.
You sure about that? I don't know.
So
I
Jack
mean,
and Shillelagh.
Attack number 1, I think that just
okay.
makes sense, right? And my first attack was a 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate it though.
no worries.
So we got Shillelagh.
Everyone else though
Jack.
might have better luck than I do.
Shillelagh hit. Jack does not. So yeah. Okay. Five damage to the left ogre. The left common ogre. Cece and Emery.
I think I need my hands free for spells, but I also don't want to cast anything yet until I'm inside, so I'm just moving up until I...
Do you have any additional actions? I'm sorry, I think I spoke over you.
No, it's totally fine. I have kind of the same thought as Emery, so I want to get to about here, and my goal is as soon as Vare slips under, I would like to hold an action, and the action that I want to hold is as soon as Vare slips under and in the basically in the fray, I want to hit him with haste. And I want my trigger to be as soon as he's through that gate. 5 feet every 2 levels.
Okay, so that's plenty of range for you. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Well within like 40 or something like that. Okay. If you would like.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you've run up and you've begin casting, but you are holding onto that energy.
Yes.
I think at this point activity, I am going to ask for initiative. Ooh.
May I please have a turn, please?
Oh my god, that's right. Add your turn.
Thank you.
Add turn. You don't need a turn added, but you do. God. All the various entities under my control. Oh, right. This one. That. And NPCs. Jack. Loved it. He has a 1 plus 3 is a 4. Shalelu. Actually has a cheat, but it's a plus 3, so it's gonna get a 23. So let's organize that. Okay. CC, what is your dexterity? It is.
Mine is a plus 3, a 16, coincidentally.
Okay. I'm yeah, Artanis is. What is your dexterity?
A 21.
Okay. Oh. Just going to pin herself down and take 2 shots at the same ogre with her focus shot capabilities. First shot is 29. Second shot is 11. So second shot we're not going to worry about, but the first shot does pin into the chest of the left ogre for 9 points of damage. Ouch.
Up close and personal. So if I can kind of just, squeeze through everyone and be like, how's the gate coming along? If I can get to like right here, like underneath the wall, I'll just get there and end my turn, basically.
That would absolutely be possible.
Cool.
It's that special ogre.
Spezia, this ogre. Hit that. Second
Wow.
throwing axe time. Feel the heat yet, Vare?
Ooh, I'm
Feel
scared.
the danger?
I'm taking the highway there. You know what? I think I'll take a back road. Take the scenic road.
You are able to squeeze yourself against the gate as it flies past you.
Whoop.
TC, you're holding on to your... Okay. That's a good point. I didn't really think about that. Well, if no, it does say, it does use the word portcullis directly in there. You see 4 or 5 ogres behind, watching the goings-on. They do have weapons ready.
I'm giving them.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta get in. I'll try to squeeze in there and provide us cover from the melee onslaught.
Okay.
Since I cast,
Holding that is kind of the thing. That's what you have.
okay.
That being said, Artanis is next, unless you would. You could
It would be
allow...
on Bear's turn when
Oh, yeah.
when the gate would go up, right? If he passes on the check.
Yes, should he succeed, it would be back
Okay.
to where you were. There.
All right.
How do you
I'm
want to
gonna-
handle this?
I'm gonna raise the gate so people can.
Plus 11.
So plus 11. All right.
26. Let's take a look.
I think that might just do the thing.
Seeing the portcullis, it's heavy. All of your medium-sized companions could make it through. They would have to crawl.
Okay. Unless I miss my guess.
I suppose, yeah, you guys can see through, so I shouldn't be too stingy with that. I guess I'll give you see a building, and I can show you more later, but your attention is kind of set already. More to see, but your focus is kind of
well.
limited.
Here's the thing: if we could, I guess we don't. Is there? Can I make another check?
Artanis, the gate is technically open. If you wish to utilize that.
May I risk doing like a slide to get under the gate?
You may.
Okay. Acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the reach that I have on these guys? I would sort of put that with a like unity from like the nearest one,
Okay.
and you've worked your way inside.
Okay, excellent.
Do you have knowledge?
Hearing.
Go ahead and roll that real quick. For portcullises like this, there would indeed be a mechanism.
Okay. Oh, is it over there?
I'm giving you a better view of your current surroundings because you have made it inside.
Yeah. Okay.
You did an acrobatics, which is part of your movement. You did a knowledge engineering. Go ahead and make a perception check, but that's about it for your turn.
Okay.
22. Probably be in this tower, the mechanism.
Okay. So the engineering.
Effectively, your acrobatics is part of your move, and then
Yes.
taking the time to assess your knowledge.
The remaining swift, can I enter crane style?
As it's a swift, you can.
Okay. And that's all I got.
Vale shall do not, as he is spending his time assisting there. The ogres some of them snarl pretty heavily at you. Probably because they recognize you. So, these three are going to come forward, and they have the movement reach. You're there. Cell is
Yeah.
20
the
feet.
The alt button is just a lifesaver.
Yeah.
3, possibly 4 attacks incoming, I'm guessing.
This one is going to actually dash off this way, and it's not into darkness, so I will reveal a bit more. It's
Okay.
not that visually, because what you would be able to know that it's a building and not just a dark box.
Okay. Yeah, it's this
There.
thing, right?
Now you
Ah,
can
yeah,
see,
okay.
Now you can see the building.
Okay.
And you watch it. Actually, no, we'll save that. So 3 attacks incoming. Oh, you know what? Oh my god. Okay, got it. Nice. Natural 1 from the middle guy with a reasonable reflex save. 20 for the second, and so on to Jack. I think he's also going to do
It's easier to see.
no, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna rush under. Unfortunately, he's gonna work with Shalelu to take down the one on the left before focusing on the one on the right. So it's not that stat, so it's gonna be 24 is gonna be plenty to hit, and then 21 should also hit. Both of those are gonna hit. Good job, Jack.
Way to go.
Ugh. Well, that's what you get for having NPCs on your team. That's 5 total damage, some piss poor rolls, but still something. Your distraction.
Hopefully she'll distract them to death.
Yeah, I did see that coming. So, Shalelu's turn. She's going to focus shot on the injured ogre. Oof. 24 will hit. 1d8 plus 2. That ogre is actually not doing that great. Emery.
It's still raining, right?
Oh, yes.
Like, where would I need to be to see in and see the ogres and everyone?
You likely wouldn't be able to see all 3 very
I just need to
easily,
see in the courtyard.
Yeah.
As long as I can see within the courtyard.
Yeah.
Now I need to measure something. Oh, right, because it's weird.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
And,
Oh, that's correct.
sorry, Artanis, for what's about to come, but Emery is going to. Someone here can help after the ogres are dead, and I'm going to begin casting a spell. Rain get collected on my palm, a little pocket of dust, and I'm going to combine the two, and I'm going to hold my hands out, and begins to turn into
Nap.
Centered here. Okay.
and it's just damage. Everyone in that, the damage only.
Okay, so I'm not sure. Oops, didn't mean to do that. The red radius is actually going to be your ice storm.
Got it. That's good enough for me. That's still good. It still connects with a decent chunk. Like these guys still have these guys. Or at least these two still have a decent amount of token in it. I don't know about that guy. 3 cold damage for everyone in that red. And creatures inside the area take a -4 penalty check on perception checks, and the entire area is going to be treated as difficult terrain for a good old 8 rounds.
That makes sense.
But the other effects last until the end.
Mm-hmm. For 8 rounds, it looks like.
I'll mark that on my token.
Yes, please do.
But yeah, so the sky, the rain that's coming down in this 20-foot area, everyone, as it begins to snow as well, kind of blinding the area and freezing it.
God damn it. And we'll get over on this side. Yeah, he's pretty clear. Oh, I don't. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That's annoying. Stay there. You're off.
Wonderful.
Special ogre. Just going to start here, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and that one doesn't have any throwing weapons left. It would, harsh the visibility.
It's also specifically, which is weird, it's specifically anyone inside of it has trouble seeing.
Got it.
The snowstorm to look through the snowstorm, but that
Yeah,
that after effect is up to you.
I think that the mine through this area, yes.
Okay, cool.
Going to take 7. Yeah, his ogre hook and jumps off the side, slamming into the ground next to you. That is going to vary, Owie.
Do I need to do something for my spell if I get hit?
No.
Okay,
Const-
cool.
Well, damn, I gotta drop the portcullis now.
If you have like a roleplay exchange between you, that makes sense that the information is kept. CC.
I think I'd like to switch my target. I think my question for you is, since I casted that on my last turn, released it this turn, do I actually have a full action?
Um. I'm gonna say it's until further notice, as you've already used the required action, the standard action to cast it. You just hadn't released it.
Okay, this is the guy that's more injured, right?
That one is unharmed.
It is unharmed. Okay, well, we are gonna change that. Block of Phoenix is at it. You need to give me a reflex save, DC 18, or take 13 fire damage, and it's gonna be the persistent block.
Got it.
Yep. And I'll grab my Phoenix and drop it. That's giant.
We can take that off. I was wondering what that was. It does. 5 feet diameter sphere. So 5 feet diameter is going to be the same size as you.
Yep.
Flaming cloud of base that contains the creature. The flag stops moving for the round and deals 3d6. Okay, and that's what that was. It was a successful reflex save negates.
I don't know if that would actually be relevant.
Yeah, it would be for anyone trying to hit him other than the flock. And then it's gonna last for 8 rounds. Okay, so here's my reflex save. Wouldn't you know it?
So he'll take 13 fire damage.
13 fire and shouting the ice storm.
Hot or cold, buddy? Your choice.
There.
I would like to drop my initiative to after Artanis's go again.
Sure. Artanis.
The lever.
Okay. Okay. So. Are you okay. First question. Are you moving through?
I think I would have enough movement to go around it, correct? With haste? Oh goodness. I can't measure it.
Take, like, north of it. 20. 30.
Sounds good. Haste looks like it bumps up my speed by 30, so I should have plenty of movement to do that.
Okay, and then in acrobatics, unless you're willing to incur attacks of opportunity.
I will perform the acrobatics.
Okay.
And when do I need to be CMD? What happens if I fail this? They just manage to take a swing at me, or do I stop or something? Oh, but if I'm just like running around them,
Okay, so that's another thing too.
make it to the lever, correct? Where'd my speed go? Oh, there it is.
Plus an additional
Make the acrobatics check, so I'll incur the opportunity attacks.
Okay, got it. So yeah. So it would actually be 50 to get around, but with open attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
Okay. They both rolled 10 on the die.
Okay.
So they swing at you. You slip a little bit trying to maneuver the other, and you are able to make it unharmed around and down into crank mechanism.
All right, I'm hitting it. Or well, not hitting. You know what I mean. I'm activating the. Yes.
Winch.
Okay.
Winch.
Got it. At first, you're able to crank fairly easily. For a second, you feel it hit the edge of that slack, and you start pushing further. It's
Okay.
going to take a few more rounds to get the door up.
But it's
Okay.
now I don't need to hold it though, right?
As Artanis is also pulling it from inside.
Okay, so
Okay.
circumstance bonus.
Sure.
Okay.
What you're
Right.
doing is speeding up the process.
Yeah, I just need to speed it up so I can kind of duck in and say hi guys and hit with my sword. That doesn't do much.
No, unfortunately, that does not do much. But
Can I just slide through? Since it's not going to fall anymore.
but you do have movement, and you could, start crawling through.
Okay, so it's a portcullis, meaning there. If I whipped out my long spear, could I then attack? It's like 10 to 15.
Okay.
Oh wait, these are 20 across. Never mind. Probably won't be
They
able to do it.
are 20 across.
Right? Okay, never mind. Not gonna even worry about that. I kind of did my action, so they go before. Well, we'll see. That's my go.
Yeah, I'll hang in there.
Vey is going to keep holding on to this. He's going to try to make it as easy as possible for everyone to get in, but understands,
Yeah,
things
well,
are happening now.
I guess I'll just keep my hands underneath since I couldn't do anything else. I'll just keep my hands underneath and ready to just help out.
Sure. It's alright if you don't.
Yeah, I think I'm no. I think I'm working over.
No, that's that. 20. And then... $10, 20. That. And those three are going to need to make reflex saves for something else.
What?
No.
Nice.
Yes. Artanis. Vale's. Yeah, he was assisting Vare, so they were making the check together. Otherwise, Vare's would be significantly lower. Okay, well, not significantly lower, but, 5. 5. Yeah. Yeah, those are not going to make it. So one of them will. That. Mm, 37. Ouchie. So now this one is going to step out of the ice storm. This one is also going to do this for 20. So, okay, well, fucking keep doing that.
Yeah, we can imagine. Or
Yeah.
you can just redo it. That's too.
It's easy enough. I'm gonna do it with this die.
And then I did factor in the fact that while I'm handling the winch, I'm probably flat-footed, so I'm subtracting my dexterity bonus.
Gotcha. Dexterity. So yeah. It
Okay,
is-
yeah, it still missed, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to give you a heads up that I already factored in the circumstances.
Right. Oh, I need to do that. It's going to try and finish off that ogre. First one, not gonna hit, but the first one, 6 damage, still up. Next are going to. Oops. That. Okay. Okay. All right, Shalelu is going to actually finish off the ogre. Well, we'll see. Okay. Well,
I was gonna
on the first one,
Oh no.
and a natural 20 on the second.
Oof. Confirm. Do it.
Gotta check. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in and then check later.
What's her favorite enemy? Because that most certainly has to do. If it's giants, then or ogres, yeah, giants I think is the subtype form.
17.
Nice.
Sure, I'm keeping track of stuff. Emery.
Hi there. What does the ogre next to me look like? Pain-wise.
God, he's raring to go.
Okay. So I'm just gonna look at him and, oh, good, you came to me. And
Nice.
Huh. Oh. Yeah, is this
Looks like
yeah,
Will
it
Will
would
have.
be a touch spell
Mm-hmm.
against against touch AC. Go ahead and I think
Spear? What do I roll here?
I want you to roll your straight melee.
Got it. 11.
11. Don't expect too much out of him. Yeah, that's a 13. He's gonna take all 23 or 29?
Yeah, I don't know what damage.
Yeah.
It does say
The
23.
damage 23. It does say.
Yeah, he does take, oops, a whole 23 necrotic. Ow!
Yeah, that's a pain.
It's special ogre turn. And you hurt him.
I did.
Hurt him real bad.
10, 20, 30. I don't like that too much. Yeah,
That goes down in my bad book.
I'm gonna try to swing at you. Oh my god. Yes, okay. That's
Work before I tell you.
negative your constitution score.
So if your con score is 10,
Then at negative 10 hit points.
okay, how much damage did you deal me?
31.
Jeez.
31
Okay, hold on.
damage.
I mean, he's level 8, so
Within my own rule set, have until your next turn to be healed above negative 10, as your soul remains within the area until your next turn in combat or in initiative.
All right. That's fair, but I think you also did above my negative. Like not just my negative, but past it.
What? Don't you have 21 hit points right now?
I do, and you dealt 31.
Yeah, so you'd be at negative 10.
Yeah, which is above my con score.
What is your
It's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay. So if you are healed to negative 8 or above, there is still hope for you. Specifically to negative 10. You cannot sit at 0.
No, hold on, I'm doing math.
Next swing over that I have accessible is Vare
Yeah, okay.
yeah, and you've got the reach for.
to you. 23, I think, still cuts
Just,
at your armor.
Yep.
Okay. Cece.
Well, this is fun. Okay. Just for clarification, I will need another DC 18 save, reflex save from him, or you take that? Okay. I will.
Tilt.
But
I
did
know, but-
swing.
Ah, he swung. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so he has a 10-foot reach then.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, that's kind of what I was concerned about.
Oh.
From where you are, and then move up to Emery. Using it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. Casting it provokes attack of opportunities.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's the whole importance of hold.
I can touch him with it?
You could, yeah.
Okay. If the phoenixes since the phoenixes didn't move, I still technically have my movement, right? Because it stays there and it just like engulfs with flames. So I'm good. Okay, yeah. So I will.
Yes, you would be able to.
Perfect. So I will cast the spell where I'm at. I will hold it, and then move here. Move there, and touch Emery with Cure Serious Wounds for 20.
Yeah, I know, it's
Yes.
sad.
There's still time left today.
And then the haste and the phoenixes go down by 1 round. Which I'm tracking in the blue circle if you want to follow me with that. And that will end my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't move. What could I move back? I think I would provoke attack.
No. I'd say that's similar to a spring attack
Okay.
in that you would not be able to do that raw.
Okay, got it. Then that will end my turn.
Artanis, you would be on tower by yourself.
Can I do a full crank?
You can do a full crank. I'm just going to be transparent. There is a set amount of time for the portcullis.
Okay.
Much.
Okay.
There is a bigger gap now. You cannot, walk straight through. It's a limbo, but you're not like seriously crouched to get
Tactics here.
a little bit of priority shifting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm gonna step like somewhere around here,
All right.
and I'm gonna hit him. I think that's only a 5.
Don't your arms have like extra reach?
No. They just are bigger, so they're
Right.
wider. I don't think they're longer.
My bad. Or from here, it would be like 5-10 feet to get to there.
All right.
Not a 5-foot step.
Okay, so I will just do one at my maximum
Okay.
bonus.
I will also take.
I like to think I raise my hand up with the gauntlet to just knock it away as I'm drawing my great sword and coming down on him with this attack. Infamous amount. Let's see what exactly. Do this like 10. Yes, 10. 21 damage.
Ouchies.
Indeed.
Veil.
Free action. Veil. Finish this guy off.
He will, in fact, gladly pulling out his, actually not a +1 battle axe, but a battle axe nonetheless.
Yeah.
An 18 + 9 is going to be 20.
Dice go up by a dice.
Oh, that's true. 1 second. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Pathfinder,
Know a lot about it.
medium 2d6, and I believe. Yeah, that's single-handed weapon. So, +2 bonus to strength, -1 penalty to attack rolls. So it's actually like identical, right? Sort of. Okay. Damage is gonna go up though.
Yes.
Uh, 18.
Nice. Can we see an X? Survey
Decent.
says.
Decent damage.
Oh.
Holding on.
Man.
Not doing great though.
I bet.
Ogres. This guy just wants to get away from and take all of his movement going into difficult terrain the other way. And yeah, he's gonna jump. 12 max damage as he collapses onto the floor. He is definitely prone.
I love it. He's flying.
This one is going to try to attack you again, Artanis. The other one is hanging off to the side. Not really sure how to approach this. That's a pitiful swing. That's a... not the fighter, the regular one. 15. This gets caught in the archway, is unsuccessful.
Rude.
R-E-W-D.
This guy is going to... it's right there, so... 10... where he needs to be. And this one is going to... 10... 30. Several of them pull out hand axes, ready to deal a bit of damage. Unseen things.
Unseen and obscene.
Oops, oops, oops. Them. Jack is going to turn his attention and try to eliminate the mark. The one mark that he sees in front of him. Ooh, those are good. For 7 and 21. I think both of those hit. Yeah, both of those are gonna hit. Nice going. 9, 10, 11. 11 damage. Feeling very, very not great, actually. Your distraction? Will... yeah. Prep that. Shalelu. I'm gonna try to off. Oh god, that natural 1.
Oopsies.
a reasonable reflex save, so it's all on that first shot.
Holy crap.
So a d8 plus that. Ooh, well, 12. There's a lot of pain coursing through you right now. You recall getting struck and having your body open just in front of you, and then your rib cage is mended.
Emery isn't one to... This is my first time playing a spellcaster. Can I 5 foot to stand up and then cast a spell?
You cannot.
Because whether I stand up or not, I'm sure he'll get an attack of opportunity on me. Or maybe it won't. I'm just gonna... I wake up, I see him in front of me, I'm gonna grab onto his leg and try and inflict serious wounds.
Nice.
Inflict serious.
Triggers an attack on me or not, it's fine. I'm still going for it.
Bazap.
After dealing 21 damage, it is now at negative 21 hit points and collapses. It doesn't just collapse, though. The Groton's just shattering as the decay sets in, and he collapses almost in on himself. He has most of his skeleton is, still fine, but his flesh is decaying, and enough crucial areas on his skeleton have collapsed that...
Unless I can, but I don't think I can. Unless I can.
I think you can, because you didn't move
you can.
before.
Okay, well I'm just kind of stay where I am, and he kind of just drags himself up with his back to his wall, and he just very... It was chosen to be your time, and not mine. You will not be missed. And that will be his turn.
Special ogre, that one's dead.
And does your counter go down once more?
30, 40. Take a quick peek. CC.
Okay, so I think I'm going here. Can I see this guy?
Took a 5-foot step.
Can I see this guy?
Sort of. You wouldn't have a clear...
To chase this guy. So I know it's a 5-foot drop, but they would be essentially like descending on him. So I'm guessing 10 feet across the little like walkway perch area, and then 10 feet down.
This turn they are above. They are not on, but they are above.
So like 5 feet above, something like that.
Above.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, they're obviously on their way, just making it well known. Be like, I'm coming for you, that type of. But from here, I want to take a shot. Okay. Which I believe.
Wait, which one? The one that's prone, or?
This thing.
Okay.
Because I can.
It
Or
would
do you want me to roll a
kind-
perception check to see if I can't see him?
You know,
Okay.
lords and stuff.
Oh, Lorg.
He is lords.
Is anybody else hurt outside of Emery, or is it just Emery?
Vale
Just
has taken a hit?
Okay,
Yeah.
guy. And then I'm gonna look over at Emery and I'm gonna hold out a hand and I'm gonna cast my Burning Arc Phoenix to heal him for 21, and then the second one's gonna go to Vale for 9.
Okay.
Man, high damage and healing in this round.
Round 3 of
Cranking it
cranking it. Straight cranking it.
up in the
Okay.
club.
I think I'll crank one more time.
Mhm.
And then would I be able to face the ogre?
Yes.
Not gonna attack. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure that he's no longer flanking my butt. That final crank.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
There.
All right, so now that is the door wide open?
You.
I see the guy that's laying on the ground. I got a speed of 30.
A speed of 30. 10, 20.
What?
I believe charges as a full round action a double move. It has to be in a straight line though.
I mean, I could say
But like, say you wouldn't be able to do a straight line. I would think that you'd be able to do a straight line.
okay. So I think I will go ahead and do that, and that has a negative as well, right? I lose AC.
You do. I believe you lose 2 AC. I
Okay.
believe at +1?
+2, I believe, is the actual.
+2. Right.
Yeah, +2. So I'm gonna get my devilish butt over there, and do a single attack at +17,
And you duck.
and then make that a 17, and then
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
and I think it's even more because he's prone, but yeah,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter. Ooh, ow, ooh,
Oishi.
my bones. Ow, my bones.
Oh, not the bone hurt, Juice.
No, oof, owie, oof. All right, so that's my go.
Okay. So he's going to, from where he is, I'd say about there. 10, 20. It's hard to judge. You know what? He is going to assist you there. And is going to take a swing. He has pulled out a hand axe in his second hand, but he is making his one, the felled fellow.
The prone gentleman.
And with a 21, that'll be more than enough.
Survey says.
Survey says. Survey says this guy is staggered. Found after getting struck on his back twice to see there a giant veil and a descending flock of phoenixes. Realizing he can't really stand up.
Come on, bro. Come on, you can
Turn.
a 5-foot roll.
a 5-foot roll, and that's it.
Only delaying the inevitable.
That guy's gonna run up.
Oh, that guy's a special too. That's why his ass is taking so much damage.
So we get 1 hit on this one is to our coming in to avenge and protect. And this one is gonna throw his axe. Okay, so damn, where was that before? That's a 27, an expert swing by any other metric. Yes. Yeah, something like that. The other one is simply readying attack, so it's not going. Or wait, no.
Taking advantage.
26 is definitely gonna hit. For 19 to... Did I do that? 19 check. And that one from the other one.
Hee.
Reasonable reflex save. And then... Nat 2 on Vare. That one's not going to do much. Easily deflect it with your hand sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two. So... no. Wrong thing. That's what I want. Okay. I can put that away. I'll give Jack his turn. Firing at the one targeting Vale, his buddy. It's a pretty pink die. Rolls a 19, which will be enough, followed by a 16, which will also... Okay, so that's that. Plus... Okay, yeah. Into that ogre. And bringing it around to Shalelu, we will pick up with the raiding of the fort in the following session.
Good work.
That was a lot of fun. Ooh, we're getting through this, and I am excited to see how much damage the lizards have done. I don't know about you guys, but she's been holding out that information on us, and I'm fine with that. But I am very excited to see how that plan unfolded for sure. But for now, everybody say goodbye to YouTube!
Bye, YouTube!
Bye, YouTube! Happy dungeon delving, everyone!
Yeah.